Apple's back, baby. Never thought I'd be saying that, at least not for a while, but kind of been a Google guy for the past 3 years, starting from my Pixel 2 XL, and now I got my 4 XL. And with iOS 14, it seems like Apple's back. So let's get right into it. So, as I was saying, iOS 14 seems like a turning point for Apple. It seems like they're finally listening to their consumers, maybe, just maybe, because they had to. Android was, putting some pressure. Google now putting out some pretty good phones. Samsung making competitive phones. Android as an operating system is pretty good. They just minor adjustments. It's been doing a lot of the major things that I like about it well for the past 5-6 years. The split screen, the picture-in-picture, all these little things that I use all the time. And Apple's copying it. So let's start with picture-in-picture. We got it now on iOS, and just a small thing, but quality of life. It's a quality of life change. I like it. I never liked the fact that I wasn't able to do more than one thing on an iPhone. Unfortunately, we're still not getting split screen, but picture-in-picture is a start. Next, they have this new Translate app. Kind of sounds familiar, right? Because Google has the same thing. Google just did something. They've had Translate for a while, but they're focusing a lot more now on text to speech, and Apple's doing the same thing. Like I said, maybe not that many interesting and innovative things that iOS 14 is bringing, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to show you how they're taking a lot of these Google things, and they already do a lot of things well themselves. So if they have the best of Android and they're already doing other things better, who knows, man? It's gonna be tough to buy my next phone. I've really liked Android, but they're gonna have to do something big as well. Next, we got widgets, and this is something I'm a huge fan of. I got my calendar on the front. I got my stocks. I love my widgets, and maybe it sounds stupid. Not really sure. It's something I don't want to give up. And now with iOS, we'll see what they look like. They seem to look pretty nice. I don't know how many apps will support it and blah 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 blah. But once again, huge Android feature that they're basically stealing, but maybe even doing a little bit better. You can kind of have like this widget, and maybe I'll put it up on the screen or something, but you can go through different widgets. You could basically dedicate a specific spot on your screen for widgets and swipe through them. So that's pretty sweet. If you want to dedicate just one spot, maybe you put your stocks, you put everything, and you could just swipe through them and not need to have them all over the place like you do on Android. So that's pretty sweet. Next, compact phone calls. Another little small thing, but when I get a phone call and I'm doing stuff on my Android phone, I just get like a little drop down thing saying someone's calling. Do I want to accept or do I want to decline? It doesn't completely boot me out of whatever I'm doing and have this screen that forces me to either wait till it's done or answer the phone call. So small quality of life change, but I get a lot of phone calls at work, and I'm really happy about it. Next, this one's pretty big. It sounds stupid, and it just kind of shows you that they're really starting to listen, and it kind of makes you wonder why they weren't doing things like this before. Once again, suggesting maybe they didn't need to, and now maybe they're feeling the pressure a little, and they were kind of leaving it. A lot of these things aren't necessarily hard to do, but they were maybe just keeping them in a bag to the side, pulling them out for a rainy day. They didn't feel the need to polish them up, maybe, I don't know. Now they definitely seem to feel the need. So now we can get Gmail as our default browser, and we can get Google Chrome as our default browser. We're not stuck with Safari and Apple Mail anymore. So once again, super consumer friendly. I don't know why they didn't have this before, but it's great as a Gmail user. I don't want to use Apple for mail at all. I have no interest in that. And I don't like Safari as much as I like Google Chrome. So another great thing for me. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, improved Siri. So they're really putting emphasis once again on, they don't have a Google Assistant, but they have their version, which is Siri, and they're putting a lot of emphasis on it. It seems like anything that Google does, they're doing. Last year it was improved night sight. Google was doing it and marketing it, and Apple copied. And it's not like them to do that. They never cared in the past about what Google was doing. They had split screen. They've had picture in picture forever. They were never copying it. Just in the past couple of years, I feel like Apple's been feeling the heat, and they're responding accordingly. And I'm happy because it's going to put the pressure now on Google to see what they do, and just this is exactly what we needed. We don't want anyone to dominate. We want them to be in competition and just hopefully innovating at some point instead of just copying each other. But in order to get to the next step, once you've copied everything, you got to push forward. And I think we're getting pretty close to that. So I think we'll see some great things to come in the next couple of years, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be tough to buy my next phone. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about iOS 14. Obviously I didn't go in depth on iOS 14 in total. I just wanted to kind of talk about how it resembles to Google and why it's relevant to Google, because really it's very interesting to see them finally maybe scared a little of Google. So like I said, let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be picking up a Apple phone if you're looking for a phone this year? It's gonna be tough. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.